I was about 8 or 9 years old, and she takes me into the kitchen and she pulls out this butter knife. She turns on the stovetop and she puts the knife on the stovetop, and she turns to me and she says, Rima, when that knife turns red hot, I'm going to take it and chase you around the house and press it onto your skin. Growing up, I really feared my parents, but in many ways my relationship with Allah was very similar to the relationship I had with my parents. Allah too had all of these expectations of me as a Muslim, and I knew that if I failed to uphold those expectations, I'd be held accountable and punished for it. In Islam, there's this quote, heaven lies under the feet of your mother. See, the problem was I couldn't please my mother no matter how hard I tried. I knew if I wanted anything in my life whatsoever, I would need to leave. And so I did. Whatever love that I felt God had for me had disappeared. I actually felt like God started to hate me. Fast forward to a couple of years back, a friend of mine invited me to church, and I'm reading the words on the screen, and it's something about Son of God, something about him dying on the cross for my sins. I left that day with a sense of anger, because what I had just witnessed as a Muslim, I knew to be blasphemy. One of the things, though, that I had a lot of issues in comprehending is the divinity of Christ. How could God condescend himself into man? God is too great for that. I came across this image. It describes an image of a mother and a daughter. If on the way there, the daughter stumbles and she falls into a pile of mud, the mother loves and values the daughter far much more than she values the glory and majesty of her own clothes, that without a second's hesitation, she gets on the daughter's level, in the mud with her, and she pulls the daughter out and saves her herself. That's how great the love of God is. He condescends himself into man so that he can get on our level in this big mud pile and pull us out of it himself. Up till this point, I believed that God was more of a master and that I was his slave. But evidentially speaking, that's describing the kind of love that a father has towards a child. Therefore, I want to obey him. I got my running shoes on, get to the bottom of the bridge. I dropped to my knees at that point and I said, Jesus, I accept you as my Lord and my Savior, and I ask you, Lord, into my heart. I thank you for dying on the cross for my sins. And Lord, I love you, and I know you love me. On that day, I gave the keys of my life to Christ.